Now I'm talking about what is mortgage application and how we can apply for the mortgage. So what is a mortgage application? A mortgage application is a document submitted to a lender when you apply for mortgage to purchase real estate. The application is extensive and contains information about property being considered for purchase, the borrower and financial situations and the employment history, and many more. Lender use this information in mortgage application to decide whether or not to approve the loan. So now I'm discussing about the key takeaways that you should be consider. You submit the mortgage application to the lender when you apply for a mortgage or a purpose for the real estate. Mortgage application requires extensive information including the property being considered for the purchase, the borrower financial situations and employment history and more. Lender use this information in the application to decide whether or not to approve the loan. One of the most common mortgage application is the 1003 mortgage application form, also known as the Uniform Residential Loan Application. The Federal Housing Financing Agency (FHFA) has put place more flexible lending and appraisal standards for mortgage backyard by the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to make sure to the home buyer can close the loan during the recent economic crisis. So understanding the mortgage application. Once you are under contract to buy a specific property, your lender will initiate the mortgage application. The mortgage applications ask for a significant amount of information, so it's best to gather all your financial detail prior to applying. Although there are several variants of the mortgage application that used by lender, and one most common is the 1003 mortgage application form, also known as Uniform Residential Loan Application, which is standardized form used by the majority of lenders in the US. The 1003 form include all information that a mortgage lender need to determine whether a potential borrower is worth the risk of loan. So here you can know that 1003 application playing a significant role in applying the mortgage. The 1003 loan application is from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are lending in enterprises created by Congress that purchase and guarantee the mortgage, as both require to use of Form 1003 or its Freddie Mac equivalent, Form 65, for any mortgage that can consider for a purchase. It is simple for lender to use appropriate form at the outside, then try to transfer information from property from a 1003 form when the time come to the sell mortgage. So here you can know that the Freddie Mac form is required for applying the mortgage or Form 65 required for the mortgage. So here we will you should taking some precaution while applying the mortgage. That will be called that mortgage lending discrimination is illegal if you think you have been discriminated against based on race, religion, sex, marital status, use for public assistance, national origin, disability, or age, then there are steps you can take. On such step is also filed to report the with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, that is called the CFBP, or the US Department of Housing and Urban Development, that is called the HUD. So you can also file a petition for any or report about any discrimination against, if you consider that your application is being rejected by any lender against, based on the your religious, your material status, public assistance, national origin, or disability. So here are two departments that is most playing important role or protection for the consumer, that is called the Consumer Financial Bureau Protection, that is called CFBP, or the US Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. These are both departments that work on behalf of the consumer. The Consumer Financial Bureau Protection, that is CFBP, also not only used for mortgage, but you can also it use for other purposes as well, as like your equal rights, your consumer rights. You have to purchase. You are purchasing daily products, items, or anything that you can purchase. So you can file a petition on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFBP. On other hand, U.S. Department of Housing Urban Development, HUD, is a department that where you can file the petition only for the mortgage, or acquire the property, or lending the property, or tenant rights, and other things that deal with the HUD department. So these are the main two department that is considered for the consumer protection, right? So the mortgage application basically depend on the two key features, that is called the Form 1003 and FedEx MAC. These both forms are considers. You can apply either the 1003 form or the Form 65 for mortgage to purchase any property. So hopefully this video will be informative for you. So take you in next video. Thanks. Take care. Bye bye.